The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and it was the perfect day for a Bachelor Nation group date. We piled into rugged jeeps, heading deep into the Costa Rican rainforest for ziplining and hidden waterfalls. I'm Amber LaRoux, and I love a good adventure, especially when the air is thick with tropical flowers and even thicker with competition. Everyone was laughing, but secretly sizing each other up. Paradise, but still a battlefield. I wore my cutest adventure outfit, ready for anything. Blake, our bachelor, was in the jeep ahead, flashing that easy smile. My heart did a flip-flop. The jungle was alive with howler monkeys and chirping insects, wrapping us in a reality TV bubble. The plan impressed Blake: get a rose and try not to fall off a zipline on national TV. But as we drove deeper, the sky shifted from blue to heavy gray. Some girls pointed at the gathering clouds, but I just laughed. A little rain would add to the drama, right? I pictured a romantic kiss in the rain, epic for the cameras. But this wasn't a gentle downpour brewing. The wind picked up, temperature dropped, and the jungle darkened. Our guide, Mateo, looked worried, speaking rapidly into his walkie-talkie. The first fat drop of rain hit my forehead. Cold, heavy, and a warning. The perfect day was about to get a lot more interesting. The first thunderclap exploded overhead, a deafening crack that shook the jeep. My romantic fantasy shattered. This was the sky trying to murder us. Rain poured in sheets, soaking us instantly. Lightning flashed, thunder boomed, and I yelped, ducking my head. My cute outfit was a soggy mess, hair plastered to my face. The girls screamed, a chorus of chaos for the ever-rolling cameras. "Is this normal?" I yelled, barely audible over the storm. Mateo shouted instructions, but the wind stole his words. The jeep slid on the muddy path. Suddenly, this was survival, not a date. Every thunderclap made me jump, my fear mixing with disbelief. This was going to be a memorable date. In the chaos, my screams turned to laughter. Every thunderclap made me shriek, then giggle. It was ridiculous. Chloe, the girl next to me, was doing the same. We'd catch each other's eye and burst out laughing. The storm was a great equalizer. No best dress or witty one-liner mattered. We were just drenched, screaming people in a jeep. Another thundercrack and I practically jumped into Chloe's lap. She just laughed and hugged me. In that moment, she wasn't my competitor. She was my Thunderstorm buddy. Even the cameraman was chuckling at our reactions. I started rating the thunderclaps out loud, turning fear into a game. Laughing was better than crying, and way more fun. The jeep finally stopped under some giant trees, rain still pounding. Blake's jeep pulled up beside us. He caught my eye as I reenacted my last thunder scream and grinned. For a moment, I wasn't worried about impressing him. I was just having the time of my life. Mateo led us to a rustic lodge that appeared like a mirage in the jungle. We dashed inside, dripping everywhere, grateful for dry towels. The rain on the roof was a comforting drumbeat after the chaos. The storm had changed everything. Tension gone, replaced by camaraderie. Girls who'd been rivals were now laughing, comparing how soaked we were. "Forget my hair, I think I left my soul back there," I joked, and everyone laughed. We were Team Thunderstorm survivors. Blake checked on everyone, his concern genuine. "You were pretty brave out there, Amber," he said. "Brave?" I screamed loud enough to scare the thunder away. I laughed. "Maybe, but you were laughing too. You embraced the chaos," he replied. I hadn't thought of it that way. I was just being myself. The storm had washed away our pretenses. The storm faded as quickly as it came, thunder softening to distant rumbles. Sunlight broke through, and a double rainbow arched across the sky. We crowded at the lodge's edge, staring in awe. The jungle sparkled, every leaf covered in diamonds of rain. The rainforest sounds returned, peaceful and renewed. The adrenaline faded, replaced by calm and contentment. We never went ziplining or saw the waterfall, but no one cared. Instead, we sipped hot coffee, sharing stories and laughing about our wild ride. The pressure was gone. It wasn't about roses anymore, just sharing a moment. I realized I was glad the plan had changed. This was real. You can't script a thunderstorm or a genuine moment of panic and relief. The experience bonded us more than any adventure could. I looked around at the smiling faces and felt a warmth that had nothing to do with coffee. I'd made friends. Driving back under a star-filled sky, I felt different. I'd started the day trying to be the perfect, fearless girl for Blake. But the storm stripped all that away. I was just me, scared, shrieking, but laughing anyway. Blake's words echoed. "You embrace the chaos." I'd spent so much time performing, but in the storm, there was no act, just me. And I liked that version of myself. My strength wasn't in being fearless, but in being honest about my fear and finding joy in it. Back at the villa, I caught my reflection. Hair wild, face bare, but eyes bright. I laughed, remembering my terrified scream, and wouldn't trade the experience for anything. I realized I didn't need to win every challenge or be the smoothest talker. My real adventure was finding my own heart, discovering resilience, and learning that vulnerability is a superpower. As I got ready for bed, a quiet confidence settled over me. Whatever happened next, I knew I could handle a little thunder.